What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to give you my honest review on the latest MMORPG, Draconia Saga. I just started playing Draconia Saga yesterday, and there is something about this game that really hooked me up. Like, I started playing this in the morning, and when I logged out, it was already 6 PM in the evening. I got engaged in the game so much and it literally made me forget about the time. But before I go on a whole video talking about how amused I was with this game, let me give you the positives and the negatives that I've noticed in this new MMORPG. The first positive thing for me is the art style of this game. It gave me a lot of nostalgia vibes because this looks like a classic game from the early 2000s and 2010s. Of course, you don't need to take that as a one-to-one comparison, as this game is much better visually than the older games in the past.
That's so true.
From the character design to the environment, there is something about this game that really brings you back in the good old days.
Yes, sir.
And speaking of character design, the one thing that I really liked about this game is the change of outfit whenever you change your armor in the game. Most mobile games nowadays don't really do that, as they rely heavily on skins to change the character appearance. However, in this game, your outfit and weapon changes depending on the equipment that you are wearing.
Nice.
Of course, there are still the typical skins that will make you look good in the game. But having that simple customization is a big positive for me.
That's so true. That's so true.
Another thing that I really liked about this game, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of people like this as well, it's the auto mechanic in the game.
Baby, that's what I've been waiting for.
You heard it right. There is an auto battle and an auto path in Draconia Saga. And for me personally, there's nothing wrong with having that mechanic in the game. It gives the players more flexibility with their time, and it also allows them to do other things while being online in the game. I'm going to use myself as an example. I don't really have the luxury of time to play games all day long. So having an auto mechanic in a mobile game is really handy, as I can still do the missions or dungeons while I'm on my break. And I think this is also the case for most players in the game. Some might still be in school, and some are probably working on their day-to-day jobs. So having this auto mechanic is a really positive thing for me in the game.
Yeah!
The next positive thing for me is that the user interface of the game is very simple and minimal. For me personally, one of the signs of a good game is having a very minimalistic design.
Bars.
The UIs are not really overwhelming, and it doesn't really take too much space on the screen. Another thing that is very simple and straightforward in this game is the progression system. The stats and its definitions are so simple and straightforward that it allows the players to easily understand how these stats work.
Nice.
I think having a simple progression system in a game is much better because you want your players to focus on the actual gameplay instead of trying to understand very complicated stats.
Thank you.
There is also a rune system in this game called the Dracite system. Instead of slotting runes to make your character stronger, you are using dragons instead.
Oh my god!
You can get these dragons through missions and your typical gacha system in the game. The one thing that I really love about this system is that it is so simple and very easy to understand. There is also a rank up system, or basically the synthesize system, which allows you to combine duplicate dragons to increase their rank.
Nice.
The equipment upgrade in this game is also very similar to other mobile games, as the success rate when upgrading your equipment to get higher stats is also based on RNG.
God, please, no!
The higher your stats, skills, and equipment upgrade, the higher your BR will be. The BR is basically the accumulated power level of your character. I think this is already common in other MMORPGs, wherein your character's power is based on an accumulated number.
Interesting.
Moving on to the next thing that I really liked about this game is that you are not really pressured to be online all the time. Grinding 24/7 in this game is not really necessary, as the only thing that you get from the monsters in the open world are silver coins and EXP. The equipment to make your character stronger comes from the dungeons and instances in this game. I think this is a good way of ensuring that the co-op mechanic or the role-playing mechanic in this game is still utilized, as you need to have a party to complete higher level dungeons.
Nice.
In terms of cosmetics, Draconia Saga has a vast selection of mounts that you can get, from missions or through the gacha system. The unique thing about the mount system in this game is that you can have mounts that will start as an egg, and you will hatch that egg to become your mount in the game. Another thing is that there is a companion system in this game called the Pogli. These are cute creatures that will help you in battle. And last but not the least, it's the housing system in the game. This is for players who love to decorate their in-game homes, to grow different flowers and crops, and to fish all day in their ponds. With so many available content in the game, this will surely keep players engaged for hours.
Sana all.
Now that we've covered the positives, let's now go to the things that I didn't like in the game. And the number one thing that for me is a huge negative is that the game is a pay-to-win driven game. What? Meaning, pay-to-win players have a clear and huge advantage in this game. This is because of how you can get the dragons, the costumes, and mounts in the game. Remember, I mentioned earlier that getting the dragons used in your Drakite system is from the gacha. And even though there is a Drakite instance, wherein you can also get dragons for free, I don't think that the highest ranked dragons will be available in that instance. The highest rank of a dragon is an SSR, which is only available via the gacha system. I also mentioned the costumes and mounts. This is because this will also give the pay-to-win players a huge advantage.
Are you kidding me?
What do I mean by that? The costumes and mounts in the game gives additional stats.
Emotional, damn it!
Which is terrible, as not every player in the game can get these costumes and mounts. Obviously, an F2P player will rely heavily on luck to get these rare costumes and mounts using the gacha system, as compared to a pay-to-win who can buy unlimited tickets to draw in the gacha system. It would have been better if they didn't include stats in the costumes and mounts, and made those two exclusively for cosmetics only.
Yes! Yes!
But again, this is coming from a perspective of an F2P player. Just to make it clear, I don't have any problems on pay-to-win players. That's their personal money, and they can do whatever they want in the game. All I'm saying is, there will be a huge gap between an F2P and a pay-to-win because of the higher ranked dragons and stats available in the costumes and mounts. Another thing that I didn't really like is the ability to have a stash or the storage in the game, as this is also for pay-to-win players.
Are you kidding me?
In order to access your stash, you need to activate your monthly pass first, which is quite cringe because a stash is only used for storing your items and equipment. And last but not the least is the NPC voices in the game. The voices are not consistent, as there are other NPCs without a voice, and the Puglis in the game sounds like a robot. It's quite weird, especially since they were able to launch a ton of content in the game. However, the simple voiceover for NPCs are not available. And that's it for the positives and negatives that I've encountered in the game. Overall, I enjoyed my time playing Draconia Saga. Playing this game gave me a lot of nostalgia vibes, and even though this game is a pay-to-win driven game, I will still probably enjoy the PvE content of this game. If I had to rate this from 1 to 10, this game is a solid 8 out of 10. How about you guys? Have you tried Draconia Saga? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, and if you want to see more Draconia Saga content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. GG!
You're a superhero.